In the summer of 1914, Europe stood on a precipice. A series of seemingly unrelated events would soon plunge the continent, and then the world, into an unimaginable conflict. How did it all begin? Decades before the first shot, a complex web of alliances had silently entangled Europe's great powers. These agreements, meant to secure peace, paradoxically laid the groundwork for widespread war. The Triple Entente, comprising Great Britain, France, and Russia, faced off against the Triple Alliance of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. This precarious balance dictated the era's diplomacy. Imperialism fueled much of the tension. European powers vied for colonies, resources, and influence across the globe, creating friction and competition in every corner. A relentless arms race gripped the continent. Nations poured vast resources into expanding their armies and navies, convinced that military strength guaranteed national security, escalating the threat. Intense nationalism, while fostering unity within nations, also bred animosity towards others. Groups within empires sought self-determination, leading to volatile situations, especially in the Balkans. The Balkans, a region of diverse ethnicities and competing imperial interests, became Europe's powder keg. Serbian nationalism challenged Austro-Hungarian rule, creating a tinderbox ready to ignite. On June 28, 1914, the world turned its gaze to Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, arrived for an official visit, unaware of the tragic fate awaiting him. As his motorcade navigated the city, a young Serbian nationalist, Gavrilo Princip, emerged from the crowd. His actions that day would irrevocably alter the course of history, setting off a chain reaction. Princip fired 2 shots. One tragically struck Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the other, his wife Sophie. The heir and his consort lay dead, and Europe held its breath, sensing impending catastrophe. Austria-Hungary, humiliated and enraged, saw the assassination as a direct attack on its sovereignty. They held Serbia responsible, vowing strong retaliation. The summer of 1914 simmered with anger. Germany, Austria-Hungary's staunch ally, offered unconditional support. This blank check emboldened Vienna to pursue a harsh response, confident in German backing, escalating the crisis. On July 23, Austria-Hungary issued a severe ultimatum to Serbia, demanding extensive concessions. Serbia accepted most terms, but not all, refusing to compromise its national sovereignty. Serbia's partial rejection was perceived by Austria-Hungary as defiance. The delicate threads of peace began to unravel rapidly. Diplomacy failed, as each side dug in, preparing for conflict. On July 28, 1914, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. The first domino had fallen. This localized conflict threatened to draw in the entire continent due to the intricate alliance system. Russia, historically a protector of Slavic nations, felt compelled to defend Serbia. On July 30th, Tsar Nicholas II ordered a full mobilization of his vast army, a move perceived as an act of war. Germany viewed Russia's mobilization as a direct threat. Bound by its alliance with Austria-Hungary, Germany demanded Russia halt its preparations. When Russia refused, the tension reached a fever pitch. On August 1st, Germany declared war on Russia. The diplomatic channels had all but collapsed. Europe was now undeniably on the brink of a continent-wide, devastating confrontation. Germany's military strategy, the Schlieffen Plan, dictated a swift, decisive strike against France through neutral Belgium, before turning to face Russia on the Eastern Front. Speed was paramount. Faced with German aggression and its alliance with Russia, France began its own mobilization. The fear of invasion from its eastern neighbor had haunted France for decades. The threat was real. On August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. With both major fronts now active, Europe was engulfed. The alliance system, designed for defense, had created a catastrophic domino effect. Germany initiated the Schlieffen Plan, marching through neutral Belgium to bypass French defenses. This act of aggression violated international treaties and immediately drew in Great Britain. Great Britain had a treaty obligation to defend Belgian neutrality. The invasion presented a moral and strategic dilemma, threatening British security and its reputation as a global power. On August 4th, Great Britain declared war on Germany. Europe was now fully engulfed in conflict. The intricate tapestry of alliances had pulled every major power into the fray, ensuring a global war. What was expected to be a short war quickly devolved into a brutal stalemate. The Western Front, a line of trenches stretching from the North Sea to Switzerland, became the symbol of this new type of warfare. In the east, the war against Russia was one of vast distances and shifting lines, characterized by mobility, but also by immense casualties for all involved, stretching resources thin. Germany, strong and ambitious, played a pivotal role. Its aggressive military strategy, underpinned by the Schlieffen Plan and the blank check to Austria-Hungary, drew it into a two-front war. France, still smarting from the Franco-Prussian War, faced immediate invasion. Its primary goal was defense, protecting its borders and reclaiming lost territories. The spirit of revanche was strong. Britain, with its formidable navy, initially focused on safeguarding its empire and sea lanes. Its entry ensured the war was global, reaching far beyond European shores, impacting colonial territories. Austria-Hungary's harsh response to Franz Ferdinand's assassination was the immediate trigger. Its desire to assert dominance over Serbia lit the fuse that ignited the wider conflict with fatal consequences. Russia's involvement was driven by pan-Slavic solidarity and treaty obligations. Its immense manpower was a strategic asset, but its industrial and logistical challenges often hampered its military efforts. Initially part of the Triple Alliance, Italy declared neutrality in 1914, but soon, enticed by territorial promises from the Entente, it joined the Allied powers in 1915, opening a new front. The Ottoman Empire, weakened but strategic, joined the Central Powers in late 1914. This opened new fronts in the Middle East, drawing more global powers into the devastating conflict. The war's European epicenter quickly spread. Troops from British dominions like Canada, Australia, and India, and French colonies in Africa were mobilized, highlighting the conflict's global reach. The Industrial Revolution dramatically altered warfare. New technologies like machine guns, artillery, and poison gas ensured unprecedented levels of destruction and slaughter. Life in the trenches was a constant cycle of fear, discomfort, and deadly boredom. Soldiers endured unsanitary conditions, relentless shelling, and the constant threat of enemy attacks. Governments on all sides employed powerful propaganda to galvanize public support, demonize the enemy, and sustain morale. Posters and media shaped public perception of the conflict. Back home, civilians made immense sacrifices. Women entered the workforce, rationing became common, and communities rallied to support the war effort, enduring hardship and loss. The war quickly became a brutal war of attrition. Both sides dug in, hoping to exhaust the other through continuous costly battles that yielded little territorial gain but enormous casualties. The Battle of Verdun, lasting 10 months in 1916, epitomized this attrition. Over 700,000 casualties occurred with little strategic change, earning it the grim nickname, the Great Mill of Verdun. Another devastating battle in 1916, the Somme, began with horrific losses on the first day alone. British forces suffered unprecedented casualties, highlighting the futility of frontal assaults. Naval warfare also evolved dramatically. Germany's U-boat campaigns targeted Allied shipping, attempting to blockade Britain and cut off vital supplies, but often with civilian casualties. The sinking of the RMS Lusitania in 1915, a British passenger liner, by a German U-boat resulted in significant civilian deaths, including Americans, turning public opinion against Germany. Initially, the United States maintained neutrality, believing the European conflict didn't directly concern them. President Woodrow Wilson sought to keep America out of the global bloodshed. In 1917, the interception of the Zimmermann telegram, a secret German proposal to Mexico to ally against the United States, inflamed American public opinion and pushed the nation closer to war. Coupled with unrestricted submarine warfare, the Zimmermann telegram was the final straw. In April 1917, the United States declared war on Germany, adding a powerful new force to the Allied cause. Meanwhile, internal turmoil plagued Russia. The strains of war, combined with widespread unrest, led to the 1917 Russian Revolution, overthrowing the Tsar and leading to a new communist government. In March 1918, the Bolshevik government, under Lenin, signed the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Germany, officially withdrawing Russia from the war. This significantly altered the Eastern Front. With Russia out, Germany moved its forces west, launching a desperate spring offensive in 1918. They aimed for a decisive victory before American troops could fully reinforce the Allies. However, the exhausted German army could not sustain the offensive. Allied counterattacks, bolstered by fresh American troops, pushed the Germans back, gradually turning the tide. Facing mounting defeats, internal unrest, and economic collapse, the Central Powers began to disintegrate. Bulgaria, the Ottoman Empire, and Austria-Hungary all sought armistices. Germany, too, succumbed to internal pressures. Sailors mutinied, workers revolted, and the Kaiser was forced to abdicate. A new German republic sought to end the devastating war. At 11 a.m. on November 11, 1918, an armistice was signed, bringing an end to the fighting. The guns fell silent on the Western Front, marking the conclusion of 4 years of global carnage. World War I claimed the lives of an estimated 15 to 22 million people, both military and civilian. Generations were scarred, and the demographic landscape of Europe was forever altered. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended the war. It imposed harsh terms on Germany, including territorial losses, heavy reparations, and significant military restrictions. While seemingly bringing peace, the harsh terms of Versailles left a deep sense of resentment in Germany. Many historians argue these punitive measures inadvertently sowed the seeds for an even greater conflict. President Wilson's vision, the League of Nations, was established to prevent future wars through collective security and diplomacy. Despite its ideals, it ultimately struggled to maintain peace effectively. World War I fundamentally reshaped the global map. Empires crumbled, new nations emerged, and the balance of power shifted, leading to a new unstable epoch in international relations. The complex origins of World War I offer crucial lessons about the dangers of unchecked nationalism, rigid alliances, imperial ambitions, and the catastrophic consequences of military escalation. Understanding this pivotal conflict helps us appreciate the sacrifices made and the profound impact it had on generations. It serves as a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for both destruction and resilience. What aspect of World War I fascinates you most? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below, and let's continue to explore the intricate tapestry of our shared history.